Hi, my name is Clint Krieger with iLLUM Advisors, and welcome to today's illumination on education. I hope you're having a fantastic day. Today we've got an exciting topic. Today with me is Marty Barron, Senior Cybersecurity Engineer with iLLUM Advisors. Marty, welcome. How are you today?
Outstanding. I think we have an exciting topic today to talk about.
We do. So being cyber, that kind of teases out a little something. Marty, today, the need for organizations to protect themselves from cyber risk is so important. And with the ever-evolving threat landscape, tell me about some of the challenges companies face and individuals face with cyber risk today.
Well, the fact is that the attacks are changing and they can't get enough skilled engineers in the market, right? So that is an ongoing issue, is getting engineers skilled up and trained to be able to face the challenges that we have today, even as they evolve at the same time. Training budgets are shrinking, the availability of training is shrinking. And so there's a lot of synergy in trying to get engineers trained to be able to defend companies.
And now, Marty, I don't want to pick on you, but I notice a little bit of gray in the beard and the hair. That tells me you're not a 20-year-old, and I'm definitely on the latter end of it. So how hard and challenging is it to bring up new people into this ever-evolving complex field that don't have the historical background? I mean,
Well, I think historically that has been a huge challenge because there hasn't been opportunities where you can take somebody from no knowledge at all up through and give them advanced knowledge in a short period of time. There hasn't been the availability of training to do that, or the opportunity or the time to do it. And that's one of the things that we're here to talk about today.
excellent. So cyber is constantly evolving. The need for skilled professionals, and if you're already a skilled and certified professional, to maintain your CPE credits, to constantly stay up to date. And you've got a challenge of time and cost and availability, quality training. Now, just the other day, Marty and I were chatting, and Marty shared with me a really interesting something that's available, and I hope you'll hang on because Marty's going to show us and tell us how to get some really quality material this week and next week inexpensively. And Marty, tell me about the organization you shared with me.
I share with you an organization called Humble Bundle, which actually does lots of packages for not only training, but books and other materials. And they're all for very good causes. The particular causes that we're supporting this week with this are Alzheimer's research in the UK and the Children's Miracle Network. So not only do we get to support really great causes, we get some outstanding education, not only in cyber, but also in IT, which again is another piece where we need lots of skilled individuals to be able to perform the transactions and the defense and even the day-to-day operations that we're facing today.
Oh, that's great. So this is quality education for a bargain supporting a really good cause. That's hard to beat. So I wasn't familiar with Humble Bundle, and I looked into them a little bit. I'd never heard of them before Marty. I learned something from Marty every time we chat. If I read it, Humble Bundle was started in November of 2010. And in the early days, there were a few bumps in terms of some of the things that made it into the bundle may not have been appropriately licensed. But it looks like they've put that behind them. They were acquired by Ziff Davis in 2017. And they've built a really strong reputation of providing content material. And so Marty was really excited. Said, let me tell you about this bundle of cybersecurity education. Marty, how much content is available?
In this particular content, the cyber one we're talking about, it's well over 200 hours for as little as $30.
200 hours. Now, I remember when I got my CISSP and my CNE and some of those other certs, that I would spend $400 or $500 on books. And that might have been a week's worth of material. So that's fantastic.
Yes, and
And
it's all video training too. It's not even books. It's actually live video, well, recorded video training where you can actually even send in, get all the information that you need, get live examples in the videos to try yourself, which to me is so much better than doing it in a book. You can compare your output to that output and actually master some of these skills that are a little elusive if you try to do it on your own through the internet.
Well, that's fantastic. And if you haven't heard of Humble Bundle and this bundle, we're going to include the link below this video just so if you miss it. But Marty, I understand time is of the essence. When does this bundle expire?
This particular bundle expires next week. So it's
Okay.
incredibly important. It actually expires in 6 days, 21 hours, and 35 minutes. So you're really
So for those who aren't watching the video at this moment, give me a date and a time for that. Is that the 15th of May?
Yeah, it's the 15th of May. Actually, it'll be the 16th of May in the morning.
So Thursday, May 16th, 2024. And again, this is a fantastic opportunity to get some quality material. Tell me about the material, Marty.
Well, there's 24 separate video courses, and they cover everything from not only certifications like Cisco CyberOps, they cover things like hands-on web app testing, the CompTIA exam for CYSA, the CISSP. The one I'm looking at right now is that I'm taking from the course of the Cybersecurity First Responder. I never even heard of that certification before, even though I've been in the industry for a long time. I didn't know they generated a certificate for a certification course for it. But they also have cybersecurity things like cybersecurity coder, certified ethical hacker, the pen test certification from CompTIA, CompTIA security, Cisco certified DevNet associate, the CRISC certified in risk and information systems controls certification, and GIAC security essentials, just to name a few things that are, most of those courses are several $1,000s if you go and get them directly from the vendors.
So if you hope to work in network security on Cisco gear or similarly, if your expectation or desire is to become a CISSP, a management level person, or if you're interested in auditing controls with a C-risk, or a certified ethical hacker,
or even developing, there's some secure coding stuff in there to help you if developing is what you want to do.
Oh, that's fantastic. Now what about somebody who's doing systems administration or systems engineering work? What path would you recommend for them to take?
Well, first I would start with this. If they're using this bundle, I would start with the CyberOps associate to help get that, because that particular course, which I was involved with Cisco on, is actually required for several governmental jobs that can get them access to jobs with the government and give them a foothold into a longer term career versus some of the contract jobs that are out there today. And from that, you can then step up to practical pen testing. You could go into IoT pen testing, which is a very hot topic these days. Medical IoT needs lots of skilled professionals in it to help secure those medical devices. You can even go into web app pen testing if that's what you wanted to do. There's even courses on using SSH, which is one of the great tools that we use today to manage equipment, and even security fundamentals. So there's lots of different ways to start after you get that associates, depending on what you want to do. And going through the associates first really helps you understand what you like and what you don't like, so you can pick a path that is actually perfect for you as an individual.
That's fantastic. And so just a little bit of alphabet soup. Pen testing is penetration testing. That's a white hat hacker hired by and authorized by an organization to compromise, to break in, to demonstrate the weaknesses. And so that's a really, really good item. Now, perhaps you want to do incident response and identifying how to respond once the bad guys have attempted to break in or there's a ransomware or malware attack. What approach would you suggest there, Marty?
I would still start with the CyberOps first, and then go with the cyber secure first responder, right? That particular course, the CFR 310, will help you learn everything you need to know to become a first responder. But the reason the cyber ops is important is it gives you an IT fundamentals on your infrastructure, your IP addressing, and networking, so you understand how those controls work when you become a first responder. A lot of the problem we have is people start at a higher level course and they get through that, but they don't have the fundamentals. So if you're starting at the basics and learning your way up is going to give you a more solid base to work from and help you have a more solid career.
Wow, that's fantastic. Now, back in the day, right, when it was a paper exam, when I took the CISSP, it used to be described as the gold standard among information security certifications. And some would describe it as a mile wide and a foot deep. Others would describe it as a mile wide and an inch deep. But either way, it's a mile wide, and it covered at that time 8 or 10 domains.
Yeah, 10 domains before, now it's down to 8.
And by the reduction of those 10 down to 8 domains, did that reduce the amount of information?
Absolutely not. What they really did was they reorganized those 10 domains and they split that extra information from the 2 domains that are now gone and redistributed it among the 8 core domains. So you get you're getting the same information. It's just less areas to study because it seems like they spread it out a little too much initially. So they just pulled it back a little bit, but you're still getting all that information. And one thing that's really great about the CISSP is it helps you understand your strongest portions so you can focus on those.
Mm-hmm. So if you're an IT manager or director or a vice president or leading a team, you would find value not necessarily becoming a penetration tester or a secure developer, but learning more about the National Institutes of Standards and Technology cybersecurity and risk management frameworks so that you can protect your organization. And then surveying this certified internet security services professional prep material to learn about security and risk management, asset security, security architecture and engineering, communications and network security and identity and access management, as well as security testing and assessment, security operations, and software development security. And the benefit is that I believe, and Marty, I'm sure you share this, that if you're in some facet of business that depends upon IT or IT management or execution and delivery of IT, that this would be valuable. So the Humble Bundle, how much is it again, Marty?
Well, actually, the Humble Bundle gives you a pay as much as you want approach. So you can actually pay as little as $1 to get access to some of the courses, but to get access to all 24 of the courses that are being offered in the security bundle, you can pay as little as $30. Now, obviously, since you're donating to the Alzheimer's Institute in UK, you can actually donate a lot more if you wanted to, if you were in such a financial position. But in this case, it's a minimum of $30 to get all 24 courses, well over 200 hours of security training.
So have you gotten yours already, Marty?
I have.
So I'd like to, again, my name is Clint Krieger with iLLUM Advisors. We're when we get off this call, this video conference, I know I'm gonna make my donation and I assure you it'll be larger than $30. This is brought to you by iLLUM Advisors. We're a boutique IT consulting and advisory company that caters to organizations that have the mandate to transform, accelerate, and grow. We empower clients to operate with the nimbleness of a startup and the security of a Fortune 500 organization by providing governance, risk, compliance, cybersecurity, M&A due diligence, board leadership, IT leadership, data and analytics, project management, as well as a plethora of services from a company that's small enough to meet your needs, but large enough to deliver. So I would encourage you to check the link below. Marty, thank you so much. It has been, as always, fantastic. And stay tuned, and I look forward to the next installment of iLLUM on Education. Thank you, Marty. Have a fantastic day. And
Thank you, Clint. Appreciate it.
bye now.